And good afternoon. Mike Lewis with you. You are listening to USA Boxing from downtown Colorado Springs. We're at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum. This is KPPF 98.5 FM, 1040 AM, 95.7 FM, streaming also at kppfradio.com, the power of community. We have got a boxing match coming up. We're so excited to be bringing this, and I want to bring in one of our guest commentators, and I'm so excited to meet him. He's a longtime friend of boxing. He knows the community very well. Al Weil. Al, welcome to KPPF.
It's great to be here. It's a great experience for me to get to see some of these young boxers from USA Boxing. And I think we're in for a good show tonight.
And you have, 16 years of being an assistant boxing coach at the U.S. Air Force Academy?
Well, I was an instructor for the Air Force Academy for 35 years, and I helped Coach Eddie Wishers, our head coach, for the first 16 years.
I'm just going to readjust your microphone there.
Okay, I helped Eddie Wishers for the first 16 years and started it off in 1980 with Eddie and won a first national championship for the Air Force Academy in 1980 at HBO at Ringside and Sugar Ray Leonard at Ringside. It was a pretty good treat for the city of Colorado Springs.
Outstanding. We're looking forward to your expertise and commentary as we get things going in a few minutes.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Just to give everyone a little bit of a picture of what's going on, the arena is outside. If you're familiar with the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs, there's a mezzanine, so to speak, when you first walk it before you go through the front doors. That is where the boxing ring is located. Fans have taken their seats. We'll be going in just a few moments. Want to let you know that we're going to sing America the Beautiful, and then they have the singing of the national anthem. Bailey Bollinger is going to be singing America the Beautiful in just a couple of moments. We're looking forward to that. And then Ted Daly will be performing the national anthem, and we'll be getting things going here fairly soon in downtown Colorado Springs. And pardon that just a second, we're doing a little bit of rearranging. I'll tell you what, I was told we're just a minute or two away, so let's take care of a little bit of business and we'll be back and we'll get this underway. You are listening to KPPF, the power of community.
USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is McDonald Paving and Chip Sealing, Colorado Springs concrete contractors and driveway sealers since 1979. McDonaldPaving.com. Call 719-590-1680. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's gold sponsor is Katie Newville with Keller Williams Realty. Call 719-641-5544. Call Katie Newville.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today?
1-5544.
Welcome out to Fight Night at the Museum on a beautiful Friday evening. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can direct your attention to the center of the ring, singing America the Beautiful is Bailey Bollinger. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Do I need to say that? Please stand and remove your hats. velvet plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
As our national anthem will be sung by Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame, Mr. Ted Daly.
Thank you. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and the bright stars through the peerless fight, all the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you. God bless. Okay, boys, that's it.
Once again, one quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to let your friends and family know, just tell them to go to kppfradio.com.
Make sure our mics. Yep, there we are. We singing of the national anthem, "America the Beautiful." We are about ready to get underway here. And Al, you must be excited to see some boxing come to Colorado Springs downtown.
Oh, it's awesome. I tell you what, that rendition of the national anthem by that 80-something-year-old bare-knuckle Hall of Fame boxer, oh, he did a fabulous job.
We're going to try to get Al over here for a little commentary, too, from time to time.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were going through the rundown of the boxers that are going to be here. We've got some youngsters going to get out in the ring tonight.
There's some young kids. It's the way I started it out. I remember when I was 13, 14 years old, I had already had 20, 30 bouts and fighting in the junior Golden Gloves in the Sioux City, Iowa, and fighting over in Germany when I was a youngster, too. So with my dad, who was stationed in Germany.
Terrific. So what age were you when you started?
I started at 8 years old. I'll show you a picture of me signing my first contract when I was 8.
Wow. Well, congratulations on a wonderful career.
Yes.
All right,
So you're really going to give us some good expertise. Al, what are some of the things you're going to be watching for tonight?
I just like to watch to see the traditional boxers come in and box. And sometimes you see that some of these youngsters that get a little cocky and try to put on more of a show than they do than box. And hopefully we'll not see that happen tonight. We'll see these guys come out there with the fundamentals of boxing, using your jab, your predominant punch, and working the ring, cutting off the ring, and measuring up their opponent, seeing where he's making his mistakes, and then try to take advantage of that.
Well,
So-
I was just going to say that there are going to be, 3 rounds in each bout?
That's correct.
And it's 1 minute each. So they really need to get out there and get going.
That's right. You got to work, and you can't go out there and play around. You got to go out there and work. And believe it or not, just a 1 minute round and the adrenaline eats you up. And if you're not used to that, you can get tired real quick, even in the 3 1 minute rounds. So we'll see how good a shape they're in. And it's hot out here. I just checked. It's 90 degrees out here, so that might be a factor too tonight. So we'll see.
Al, when I had the pleasure to meet all the boxers earlier today, did some interviews with them.
Okay.
And almost unanimously, when I asked them how do they get prepared for boxing, they all talk about they go out and they run. Why is that so important?
Well, it's cardiovascular sport. Even though you get breaks in between the round, your heart rate gets up real quick. And again, like I mentioned, the adrenaline factor. I remember when I used to box, and we would be in a tournament. The first bout on a Tuesday night, I was the adrenaline was eating me up. The next night I won, and the next night I fought on Wednesday, I felt a little bit better. By the time I got to Saturday, the finals, I was relaxed as could be and ready to go for 3 rounds. So the experience is a factor. The guys that have more experience definitely have an advantage. So,
okay, they are calling out the boxers for the first round. It's Jeremiah Martinez and Brian Gonzalez will be doing bout number 1, and they have introduced both boxers are basically stretching in the ropes, and they're getting ready to go. I'm sure they're getting their mental thoughts together right now as they get ready to get going. And right now they're being looked at by, it looks like the
checking the gloves.
So what are they looking for now?
Well,
Just give us some
sure
background.
there's no loose straps on the gloves, nothing hanging loose. They've already been inspected once. Their hand wraps were inspected before they even got in the ring. And then now the referee comes, he taps them, make sure they're wearing a cup, and checks the gloves, make sure they're wrapped up properly.
All right, and they are. We wanted to let folks know, for the benefit of those listening on radio, so how we're going to keep everyone straight and make sure that let you see what we're seeing, so to speak. Jeremiah Martinez is wearing the red trunks,
right?
And then Brian Gonzalez
is in the blue
and white. So, by the way, let's go ahead and these are youngsters, at least I was
16 and 17.
16 and 17 years old, so they're pretty much evenly matched age-wise. And
Martinez has a little height advantage. He's a tall, lanky guy, so he's the kind of guy that ought to be using that jab because he's got those long arms. So.
I was going to ask you, Brian Gonzalez is from Phoenix, Arizona, so he's coming up, from a lower altitude. Do you expect that could have any impact?
That could have an impact. If you just come up today, he should be okay. But if he's been here for 2 or 3 days, it could be an issue. I always say if you're going to come up the altitude, come up the day you're going to compete.
Really? So you would think that you need more time up there. If you would have enough time to acclimate.
That's right. So your body hasn't realized what's going on yet. So
Oh.
I recommend that for people playing the Denver Broncos or the Air Force Falcons. Come on the day you're playing.
Okay, that's good to know. So if that's also good for visitors. If you've got family members coming who want to do anything outside, take them on the first day, right?
That's right. That's a good point.
All
That's
right.
a good point.
All right. Well, they're doing the final checks. Both bouts are. Here we go. The bell has rung.
Okay.
They're in the center of the ring.
Okay, we have a southpaw and an orthodox boxer. So both of their lead feet are stepping on each other, if you notice right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So the southpaw usually has an advantage because he's fought more right-handers.
Couple of good jabs from
Gonzalez, shorter guy.
Yeah. Each one of them kind of
Got their hands high. That's what I like to see too.
Keeping their face protected.
Right.
You were right, Al. They came out boxing.
Yep.
No bouncing around in the ring. They're both in the center right now.
Right. They stepped on it. Now that's what happens with the southpaw and orthodox boxer. You step on each other's feet because you.
Martinez stepped back. He actually went against the ropes for just a couple of moments.
Right.
Referee tells him to come back in and box.
Right.
Both in the center of the ring, filling each other out, but each one getting some good jabs in.
Good body shot.
And again, these rounds are 60
Nice
seconds.
little left hand from Gonzalez. A little left hook from Martinez. Working well.
It's interesting to see them at this young age, and you can tell they're both well trained.
We see that with a lot of our younger boxers. There's a lot of competition throughout the country. with boxing. And that was a good left hand by
10 seconds, Mr. Corbell.
10-second warning was just given.
okay,
All right.
good round.
All right, so that is the end of the first round. We will be back in just a couple of moments. You're listening to KPPF, the power of community.
You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's silver sponsor is Rocky Mountain Protective Services, a veteran-owned security service in Colorado Springs, offering an extensive line of security and protective services. 719-578-3325.
It's Fight Night at the Museum with USA Boxing at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs for amateur boxing at its best to celebrate the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. Now, with all of the action from Fight Night at the Museum, here's your host, Mike Lewis.
And Al White is with me. We've just began round 2. By the way, these rounds are 3 minutes long. The breaks were 1 minute, and I apologize for getting that incorrect at the very beginning. So, Al, your thoughts as we get going in round 2?
I think it's a pretty close fight. It's a pretty close bout right now. Notice, again, talking to Orthodox and Orthodox being a right-hander and a southpaw. Their lead feet, but you want to try and get your foot to the outside of the other man's foot so you can throw your punches clean. So they both are trying to do that. Watch their left and the right foot of the two.
Both boxers in the middle of the ring, checking each other out.
Oh, that was a nice 1-2 combination by Martinez. And now he's going to a 1-2-3 instead of a 1-2. So he's throwing another punch on there. He was doing a 1-2, now he's doing a 1-2-3.
And what are the scoring officials looking for as they judge this, Al?
That's a great question. A scoring blow is to the surface of the forehead and the face, down through the shoulders, through the body to the waist, and the body area. And a scoring blow has to have a body inference. In other words, it has to have some pop behind it. It can't just be a feather punch. So they have to be stepping into it to score.
And the referee just gave him a little bit of guidance, apparently, about hitting on the head there, it looks like.
On the back of the head.
Back of the head, yep. And
Pushing. Leading with his head a little bit. Step back. You got to step back.
Yep. Martinez was back on the ropes there for just a couple of moments in the corner.
Right.
And that is the end of round 2.
That was a little short, I think.
So
a little short.
Yeah, well, we're not ringing the bell. We're just announcing what we see. But the bell did ring, so both boxers have gone back to the corners. You're listening to KPPF, the power of community.
You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is PPG Realty and Guaranteed Rate. Call 719-357-9340, ppgrealestate.com. PPG Real Estate and Guaranteed Rate, helping you make the right move.
It's Fight Night at the Museum with USA Boxing at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs for amateur boxing at its best to celebrate the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. Now, with all the action from Fight Night at the Museum, here's your host, Mike Lewis.
And round 3 of bout 1 has begun. We've got Brian Gonzalez going up against Jeremiah Martinez, a 16 and 17-year-old, and they are duking it out right now in the middle of the ring, Al.
I think it's 1 round each so far. So whoever who wins this round, I think is going to win it. So
it's interesting to watch the cars go by the front of the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum. We're watching the action that's going on now. Once again, some good. Both fighters are really aggressive, Al.
Yep, they've been at it since I got in there. Gonzalez is a good little counter puncher. He's a little bit shorter arm, so he's countering a little bit. He's got his hands up until I said that, and he dropped them. See, I don't like that. That's what I was talking about. There you go.
Keep the hands up. Keep the hands up, and that looked like
the reason is you can throw your jab from there. If you got your hands down by your waist, you can't throw a jab from there because you have to come up and then throw. So it's your hands right there. It goes.
It's a dual purpose center. You're protecting yourself and
see how his hands were up and he countered pretty. But if you got your hands down by your waist, then you got to come up before you throw.
Gonzalez seems to be a little bit more aggressive at the moment.
Yes, he does.
All right. And he had Martinez back on the ropes. They've come back into not the center of the court, but they're off the ropes now.
That was a good right hook by Martinez right there, or Gonzalez in blue. See, he's got his hands up.
Yep.
When he has his hands up, he throws better.
Warning's just been given by the timing official.
Right. Nice combination. He's staying after him.
And there's the bell. All right, both boxers give each other a compliment, like a
good job.
Good job, kind of a hug, so to speak, and we're going to wait for the ruling from the referees.
Right. You got 3 judges at ringside. And they do the scoring. The referee collects the cards from each judge from each round. You'll notice the referee goes around and takes the cards.
Okay.
Then the official at the table would tabulate the cards from the judges.
Both medals have been handed down to the referee, and he's laying them down in the middle of the ring. And again, we're waiting on the tabulation. And
it's a nice little venue out here tonight.
It is. This is exciting.
Yeah,
it's good for Colorado Springs too. Yeah. And we have a nice turnout. We have a nice crowd on all sides of the ring here.
And there's a soccer game tonight, and I think some of these soccer fans are going to come over here and watch this boxing.
There you go. So there'll be some activity, and here we go. We're waiting for the announcement. Both fighters and the referee in center ring. Again, Jeremiah Martinez and Brian Gonzalez. And again, the referee is holding.
Gonzalez coming on strong in the last round. May have got him.
Anticipation is waiting for the decision to be. They've just given the announcement to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're going to let Ed know.
Our winner in the first bout of the evening, our winner by unanimous decision, is out of the red corner. Please put your hands together for Jeremiah Martinez.
The red corner won that one. It was a real close bout. I thought the blue corner may have gotten in the last round, but didn't have it.
Well, the judges have spoken, and we're going to see if we can get the winner over here in just a couple of moments and get his thoughts. I think they're going to bring him down here in just a couple of moments, so that's terrific. So, again, round one is over here in downtown Colorado Springs. So, in just a couple of moments, they're wearing their medals. Again, congratulating each other, so good sportsmanship. That's always good to see. And it looks like they're getting a little medical checkup right now.
They are.
Correction, ladies and gentlemen, our winner in bout number 1 is out of the blue corner, Brian Gonzalez. Again, correction, our winner out of the blue corner is Brian Gonzalez.
All right.
He's getting a check.
Brian is going to come speak with us in just a couple of moments after they check it. They're just doing a medical check. They're checking in his eyes, his face, make sure that he doesn't have any damage.
That's right. They look at his eyes. Every boxer after a bout, they look into the eyes. So,
all right. Congratulations. How do you feel, Brian?
I feel good. Thank you. It
was good meeting you earlier today. So what were your thoughts when you were boxing tonight? How'd you think it felt?
The elevation, man. I felt it. I felt the elevation. It was different from Arizona, but pulled it off, Just the discipline.
When I was talking about when you have your hands up, you throw some nice clean combinations. When you drop them and you're moving around a little bit, you're not the same as you are when you got your hands ready to go. And I was explaining to him, your hands are here, your jab comes right off the jab, right here. If you're down here, you got to come up and then throw the jab. But when you had your hands up nice, you threw some nice counter punches and some nice combinations.
Thank you.
And just so you know, Al knows what he's talking about. He was an assistant boxing coach at the U.S. Air Force Academy for a number of years.
Oh, that's really good.
35 years.
He was very complimentary of you.
Yeah,
well, congratulations. Now, do you have any family here in the audience?
Oh, no, I don't. I just have my teammates down there in the audience right now.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to them. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Hey, good luck in your future career, okay?
All right.
It's good to meet you.
Good job, young man.
All right, we'll have bout 2 coming up in just a couple of moments. You're listening to The Power of Community, KPPF.
You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's medal sponsor is Harmony Real Estate Group and Nancy Wild. Call 719-229-4596. Call Nancy Wild at Harmony Real Estate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
real estate needs. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is McDonald Paving and Chip Sealing, Colorado Springs concrete contractors and driveway sealers since 1979. McDonaldPaving.com. Call 719-590-1680.
We are back in downtown Colorado Springs. Mike Lewis and Al Weil with you. Al, a longtime boxing coach at the U.S. Air Force Academy. So we've got our first winner, and Al, we're moving on to our next boxers. Now, I want to let you know that Cesar Varela, I interviewed him this morning. He told me he wanted to go by Cesar Frias. So, I don't know the entire background of that, but that's what the young man told me. He is 17 years old from Colorado Springs, and then he's going to be taking on Penrose. So we will get round 2 going in just a couple of moments. Cesar is wearing red and blue, and it looks like Diron is going to be wearing blue trunks and a blue top. So that's what we've got. Both of these young men are 17 years old, so they're equally matched when it comes to age.
Both of them are from Colorado Springs.
So altitude's not going to be an issue.
That's right.
All right. Both boxers are in the ring, and they're stretching on one of them. Let's see. Deron is stretching. He's got his hands on the ropes, and he's kind of stretching his back, kind of, getting his footing, getting ready to go. The refs are now checking the gloves of Cesar, and I think he's explaining some rules to him right now, Al.
Okay. Yep. He's going over the rules. Listen to my commands. That's what he's telling them. I say break. I want you to take a full step back. That's what he's telling them, and wishing them good luck.
And again, each bout has got 3 rounds. This is bout number 2. We are right on schedule.
These guys have both been boxing 3 years, so they're not real seasoned veterans like the last 2 guys who have been 6 and 7 years. So.
Well, like yourself, Al, a couple of these young men that I spoke to today, they started boxing early on before they were 10 years old. Yep. So that is not unusual, apparently, in boxing.
Yep.
All right. And
all right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for bout number 2, boxing out of the red corner, representing Ivan Boxing, Cesar Varela.
That's good. That's good. Takes got it one way.
Deron Penrose.
Penrose and Guerrero.
All right, both boxers have come out. They've touched gloves with each other. Referee is pointing. The opening bell has rung. Here we go. Round 2. Both are pretty aggressive at the start, Al.
Okay, these are both traditional boxers, orthodox boxers, both right-handers.
Again, it's Deron Penrose, 17-year-old, Colorado Springs, and Cesar Varela. Although he told me he wanted to go by Frias, so we'll mention both.
Varela Frias.
Yes. Very, very aggressive. Both boxers now in center ring, exchanging some good. Both are scoring some good points here, Al.
Yeah, they are. Both throwing some nice combinations. They were inside fighting.
I'm very impressed with the training that I've seen so far in all the young men that we've seen up on in the ring.
They are ready to go. They're in shape.
Both of them are keeping their hands up, as you were explaining the importance of that.
Penrose threw some nice combinations there. Quick hand. Penrose, quick hand.
Both boxers now in mid-ring. Some more.
Both hands high.
Yep. Kind of paying each other a little respect right now.
Right. Good little scrap.
Penrose coming in, good. He's got Barroa on the ropes there for a second.
Good uppercut. Been a pretty combination by Penrose. 6 or 7 punches right there.
Right now, it looks like I would give the advantage to Penrose so far.
Right now, he's got the advantage.
Both boxers in the center ring again.
Pretty combination.
Mm-hmm.
He throws it 1-2 and then digs the left hook underneath.
Weather was cooperating. There we go. Another couple. Boy, Penrose is being aggressive.
Yep.
Penrose takes another couple. Another good jab for Penrose.
Yep.
Cesar's getting some rooting from fans in the crowd.
A little right hand by.
There you go.
By Guerrero.
Yep.
His best punch of the round.
He had Penrose in the ropes for a second. Yep. Both boxers, again, pretty much in center ring at the moment. Exchanging some nice blows back and forth.
Penrose throwing a lot of punches.
Penrose is really going after him. There's the bell. End of round 1.
Very big round for Penrose.
So if you were scoring, you'd give it to Penrose?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
We'll be back in just a couple of moments. You're listening to KPPF, Power of Community.
USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum is sponsored by McDivitt Law Firm. When an accident happens, you need an experienced law firm on your side. McDivitt Law Firm, here to win for you. McDivittLaw.com. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's silver sponsor is Rocky Mountain Protective Services, a veteran-owned security service in Colorado Springs, offering an extensive line of security and protective services. 719-578-3325.
And the bell to start round 2 has begun. We're in bout 2. It is Penrose taking on Varela.
Varela Frias.
Varela Frias, yes. I interviewed all these young men earlier today and found out a little bit about them. And they're all very passionate about what they do, and they're passionate about boxing.
You have to be. You have to be.
Both 17 years old. These are from Colorado Springs. Nice blows from both. They're in the center center of the court, center
The
of the
ring.
ring. Yes. Little footwork there from Frias.
Yep. Moving around a little bit this round. Nice counter punch by Penrose. He got him on ropes here. He should have worked him.
Penrose in all blue.
Through a 1-2-3 combination there, all clean shots. Now he's starting to drop his hands a little bit.
Well, he's coming in getting aggressive, isn't he?
Yeah. Penrose countering now, right?
Yep.
Good body shot by Varela. Can hear that from here. Another good body shot. That body shot could be hurting him too. Be surprised what that body shot does if you get hit with a good one.
You know,
that was a nice move. You see how he stepped to the side and spun around?
Yeah, Cesar looks like that he might have felt that body shot there, just based on he looks like he's slowed down just a little bit, or he's backed up just a bit. He's got both gloves up now,
right,
by the hands.
Left
Penrose throws a couple more.
Left hook, right. See him come leaning in with his head. That's where Penrose ought to be taking advantage of that. That was a nice little dig up underneath.
Both in very close contact right now.
Oh, that was nice work. About 8 straight punches there by Penrose, all scoring.
Boy, he's just going after the 10-second warning's been given. There's the bell. End of round 2. We will step aside for just a couple of moments. You're listening to KPPF, Power of Community.
USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is PPG Realty and Guaranteed Rate. Call 719-357-9340, ppgrealestate.com. PPG Real Estate and Guaranteed Rate, helping you make the right move. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's silver sponsor is 9 Round, in partnership with Pikes Peak MMA. 30-minute kickboxing fitness. Get stronger with 9 Round, in partnership with Pikes Peak MMA. Call 719-646-9810.
We are back, and round 3, bout 2 has just begun.
Well, and they're going toe-to-toe.
In the center of the ring.
Penrose has been working pretty good.
Looks like that break gave Cesar just a little bit of rest that he needed. He seems to be a bit more energized coming back than he was at the end of round 2.
Right.
Penrose is just aggressive with
right. I think he wants to stop this. He wants to stop this young man, but Varela keeps coming.
He's not giving up.
Tired now.
Yep.
Tired.
He's Cesar bent over just a little bit, but here he comes back again, throws a punch. And they've got Cesar was up against the corner rope for just a couple of moments.
Going to call an 8 count here in a minute if he gets hit too many more times like that.
And what does that mean now when they do an 8 count?
That means the referee wants to make sure he's okay. He hasn't been stung by anything that's causing him not to throw punches back. If you don't throw punches back, then they sometimes wonder if you're okay.
And Penrose, again, maintains his aggressive stance.
He's got hit with a good right hand, or left hand by Varela. He's got a nice little move, Penrose does, where he steps to the right and then throws underneath.
Boxers toe-to-toe again. Center ring. Looks like the referee asked him to stop for just a couple of seconds here. Al?
Yep, just said step back and take a break.
Both boxers back in center ring. Penrose throws another couple of good punches. Cesar does look like he's just at this point in more of a protection mode. There he gets a punch in.
Right.
Penrose comes back. Referee just called time.
Dropped his mouthpiece. And that's an indication that he's tired when his mouthpiece falls out. Neutral corner.
Okay. How long
now
is
he's falling over his, so it was Penrose that dropped his mouthpiece.
So we're just waiting.
Neutral corner.
And then they'll just pick us round up correct out where they left off.
Yes.
All right, we're back into action, back in center ring. Penrose getting some good shots in. Ten-second warning given.
Varela's coming not quit.
Yeah, he's not. They know their time is limited. They're both going at it.
Somebody got hit with a good right hand.
It's Cesar on the ropes there for just a couple of moments. That's the end of the third round and bout 2. We'll find out who the winner is, who the judges decide in a couple of moments. You're listening to KPPF, the power of community.
You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is McDonald Paving and Chip Sealing, Colorado Springs concrete contractors and driveway sealers since 1979. McDonaldPaving.com. Call 719-590-1680. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's gold sponsor is Katie Newville with Keller Williams Realty. Call 719-641-5544. Call Katie Newville with Keller Williams Realty, 641-5544.
It's Fight Night at the Museum with USA Boxing at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs for amateur boxing at its best to celebrate the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. Now with all the action from Fight Night at the Museum.
Please put your hands together for Penrose.
Well, Al, just as you were suspecting, with your eye of being a coach for so many years in boxing, Penrose gets the decision.
Yep. He did well. He worked hard all 3 rounds. He was throwing a lot of punches.
He was, and we're going to see if we can get him over here in just a couple of moments. We'd like to congratulate him on the radio. He's getting the congratulations from some of his fans right now. And again, 17 years old, Deron Penrose, 17 years old, and he'll be here in just a couple of moments. We'll get him up to the microphone and thank him, and then we will continue
Once again,
as we go to out number 3.
The 365 Grand Club Antlers and Mining Exchange Hotel.
So we are hearing
our hospitality sponsor.
Ringside Announcer right now while we wait on the winner. He's stepping up to the microphone. Well, congratulations. It's good to see you again. Deron, how do you feel?
I feel great. I could have got the stop bitch. Yeah, I was a bit tired, but it's fine. At the end of the day, I got the win.
Congratulations. And Al, by the way, boxing coach of the Air Force Academy for years, so he likes what he saw out there.
Thank you. I worked hard. You threw a lot of punches, quick, kept him off guard, and a lot of punches. That's what it's all about. Your hands up high, and you were pretty out there. You look really nice. And you don't have to stop the guy. Just keep throwing, and if what happened, it's going to happen. You know, you just have to wait.
When
And
it
see.
comes,
He
it
was
comes.
tough.
Yes, sir.
He kept coming, and he hit you with some good body shots. He was digging underneath a little bit, but you countered him well. You were doing a nice job of boxing. Pretty boxing.
Yes, sir. That's why I work on a lot the body.
Yeah,
I touch them, but I also give them.
that's right.
They don't phase me.
That's right. You look real good out there. Nice job. Good luck to you in the future.
Yep, congratulations. Thanks. Good to see you again. All right, so we've got two bouts underneath us. We're getting ready to go to number
This is
three.
awesome.
Yes,
This is
we're having a good time, aren't you,
I'm
Al?
having a great time.
Yep, it's fun to see the younger ones. Now, speaking of age, bout three, we're going to see a little bit of a change. We've got Larry Mays, and he is 34 years old. So this is going to be a little bit of a different from what we've seen.
Okay.
Larry Mays taking on Angel Young. I spoke to Angel earlier today. Angel is 20 years old.
Okay.
So
These are the big boys.
a difference in age, but
These
yeah,
are the big
so
boys.
we're stepping up a little bit more into.
Where are they from? Are they local or?
Let's see. We've
The
got
altitude would be a big difference for the
sure.
bigger guy.
Larry is from Lambert, Missouri, so he's from out.
Yeah,
and then let's see. Let's go ahead and check the hometown. He's got Gildred. His hometown, Angel Young, is from Gildred. He didn't on his paperwork that he filled out.
High school already.
He didn't mention where that is from, so we apologize about that. Cuban is his style.
But that means he's got this arm out like this. Cuban Zoo. And,
But
okay, two-time national champ.
yep. So we are getting ready.
The big boys.
They're coming up right now. I tell you what, let me look. Do we want to go to a quick break? Look at my producer. So we'll take a quick break. And we'll be back in
Hope we
just a
don't
couple
get any
moments.
lightning.
The wind has just really picked up in downtown Colorado Springs. The tent is shaking. You're listening to KPPF, the power of community.
Listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's medal sponsor is Harmony Real Estate Group and Nancy Wild. Call 719-229-4596. Call Nancy Wild at Harmony Real Estate Group for all your real estate needs. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is McDonald Paving and Chip Sealing, Colorado Springs concrete contractors and driveway sealers since 1979. McDonaldPaving.com. Call 719-590-1680.
It's Fight Night at the Museum with USA Boxing at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs for amateur boxing at its best to celebrate the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. Now, with all the action from Fight Night at the Museum, here's your host, Mike Lewis.
All right, we are back live from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum, as you just heard, in downtown Colorado Springs, getting ready to get bout three underway, Al.
Right? These are the big boys.
Yep.
Over 200 pounds. We have one from out of town, Mississippi, from sea level. That's the big guy.
Yep.
Larry Mays.
And he is 34 years old.
Right. And then a youngster, 20 years old, is Angel
Young.
Angel Young.
I did. He said Angel. I did check. Yes, I thought it was Angel too, but it is Angel. Again, that was the advantage of getting to speak to him. Boy, the wind, no rain so far, but we do have a lot of wind in downtown Colorado Springs right now. It has picked up significantly. Hopefully that will not affect anything. It's cooled off a little bit. I would think that's probably good for the boxers a little bit, so you don't have that sun beating down on you.
They love this. This will be interesting with this youngster with a little bit of senior man. That SRO may be senior.
Okay. All right, the bell has rung. Here we go. Both boxers coming out fighting, getting aggressive from the start. Al,
right after the big guys are going after.
Boy, I would give some. Well, Mays is up against the ropes now, but before that, Mays was very aggressive. But Young is they're toe to toe right now.
Right.
Checking each other out now in center ring.
That's under.
That's just a strong wind right now. If you hear that, that's just the wind blowing.
Okay. All right, they're leaning on each other, kind of just inside, working close.
Is that where they're just kind of,
You know,
kind of getting a feel for the?
right, you get your power behind your punches. You can't be that close. Lean on. Yeah, you can half step back. Get some power behind your punches. Okay, it's much. He got Army on his belt, doesn't he? Oh, you had Army on there?
I have to wait till he turns around
Right,
again.
yeah.
He's got his back to us now. Both fighters. May is almost on the ropes now.
This is kind of a tough one to score.
Yep, he has Army on his belt. Yes, he is in the Army. That's right. I'm glad you said that. We talked to him earlier.
Okay.
Being in the Army, he's got a lot of his fellow soldiers that he's able to box with.
Right. Absolutely. Army military team always has a classy team that sends a lot of boxers to our Olympics a lot.
And again, the sound you hear going through our microphones is the wind that has picked up significantly. We're holding everything down here under the broadcast tent. Both fighters in center ring right now, paying each other a little bit of respect at the moment. Kind of. There's Mays again getting aggressive. Both fighters in a lock position for a moment. They back off and then come out.
Combination by Angel.
Yep. You know, it's important, isn't it, Al, that you pace yourself when you're in a
Yes,
fight.
absolutely. Now, see, that's what Angel ought to be doing. Staying outside, double jab, follow it up with the right hand. And stick score. Not get in tight with him. See, right there, that jab, and then he throws the right hand. That was nice. That's where he needs to stay. Right there. See that? And then get back outside.
You see Jim up there?
There's the 10-second warning. Coming to the end of round one, bout three.
Nice combination by both of them. That was a close bout.
That was what I was going to say. Those are both equally impressive. We will be back in about 30 seconds as we hold down the fort, so to speak, from the wind. You're listening to KPPF, the power of the community.
You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's silver sponsor is 9 Round in partnership with Pikes Peak MMA. 30-minute kickboxing fitness. Get stronger with 9 Round in partnership with Pikes Peak MMA. Call 719-646-9810.
It's Fight Night at the Museum with USA Boxing at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs for amateur boxing at its best to celebrate the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. The museum. Here's your host, Mike Lewis.
And we are back in downtown Colorado Springs. Round two has begun. And Al and I were talking that the round one was pretty even.
It was pretty close. I thought Angel came on a little bit at the end of the round, but Mays had the advantage early, so this is close. And first round was really close. That's the round that you could see different on the scorecards.
Larry Mays,
one person have Mays and one person have Young. And there's 3 officials, so you need to get 2 of them.
Both
good body shot.
Both boxers kind of in the middle, doing a little bit of movement. They're not making contact at the moment.
No.
There we go.
Big right hand by Mays. Right off the ear. That's what I said in the first round. Angel ought to be throwing right there outside, staying outside and scoring, but he's not throwing a lot of punches.
There's a couple
Now
of good.
here's something interesting.
Yes.
Look at Angel is moving to the left.
Yes.
His opponent Mays has a big right hand, and if you move to the left, you're moving into that power right hand. So if he moves to the left and gets caught with that right hand, he's going to drop him. Watch what I'm talking about. Watch when Mays throws the right hand. See, he's moving left.
Yep. Let's see.
And if he moves left, now he's moving right. That's the way he should be. So he starts moving left. Mays catches him. See, if he catches him with that looping right hand when he's moving left, he'll drop him. Right over him, right by Angel.
Both boxers now right to center ring. Angel's getting some good punches in. Both Angel's got his hands up, right in the face. Mays has got his gloves down just a little bit.
His mouth is open. He's tired. You see the mouth open like that, they're starting to get tired.
10-second warning. Angel on the ropes. Referee breaks him up. End of round 2.
Not a lot of scoring, real clean scoring blows in that round at all.
Interesting, you made the comment about Larry having his mouth open, Mays. So
Right.
that's a sign of being tired.
Yep.
All right. You're listening to KPPF Powers Community.
You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum is sponsored by 365 Grand Properties, The Antlers, and Money Exchange Hotel. 365grandclub.com. Call The Antlers Hotel at 719-955-5600.
1040 KPPF AM Monument, Colorado Springs. K253AH, 98.5 FM, Colorado Springs. K239CH, 95.7 FM, Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs is Olympic City, USA.
All right, we are back, and we've gone to round 3 of bout 3. These are the oldest boxers we've seen so far.
Right.
And we will see. You didn't see a winner in the last bout, did you?
It was real close. Not like I said, it was not a lot of clean scoring blows. So I don't know. It's close. Now you notice neither one of these guys has thrown near as many clean shots as the first 2 bouts, and that's because they're the bigger guys. You know, they don't throw as many punches typically.
The
youngster ought to be getting after him because Mays is getting tired.
Yeah, I was going to say,
But he's got to watch that big right hand. He's still got a big, nasty right hand.
Angel's been kind of almost going circular in the ring.
And you see that? He threw that and did not close it. It was like a tap on the body. So that's not a scoring blow. He's not closing the distance. That's a good right hand. But watch it. They're like feeler punches, and they're not scoring. And Mays is just not throwing a lot of punches. And you notice that Mays throws a lot of looping punches. Sometimes they're almost a slap, and the referee can call them on that. So there's not near as much power in a looping punch as there is one coming straight down the center.
In kind of a clinch there for a second in mid-ring.
He's grabbing, tired.
A couple of good punches from Young and Mays. It
He's not throwing enough punches.
But it does appear Mays is more tired. I'm not sure. That's the appearance
and
that I get.
You see that? He did not finish. So he threw twice, and neither one of them scored. So those are wasted punches. You don't throw them unless you want to score.
Because again, you're expecting energy.
That's right.
Clinched in center ring now. Both
Yeah,
both
they're
fighters.
both tired.
Referee breaks them up. Says come back in.
See, he feigning.
Yep.
That was short. So he hadn't scored there. So they're not scoring a lot of scoring. Neither one of them. That missed. He just missed with those. Those weren't scoring. Those are not scoring blows. Are about to score.
And there is the
big
bell.
looping punch over the top and missed. So
Well, we'll wait on the judge's decision.
yeah,
So how would you? Any
I
thoughts?
think I would have to give it to the youngster.
Okay. So
Even though a lot of his punches, he's not scoring with them. He's short. He's kind of hitting here instead of stepping through it. You know. And
well, we'll see.
but
What
Mays didn't throw a lot of punches.
we'll see what the judges have to decide.
Yeah.
We will be back in just a couple of moments from downtown Colorado Springs. You're listening to KPPF. This is Fight Night at the Museum from Olympic City, USA.
USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is PPG Realty and Guaranteed Rate. Call 719-357-9340, ppgrealestate.com. PPG Real Estate and Guaranteed Rate, helping you make the right move.
It's Fight Night at the Museum with USA Boxing at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs for amateur boxing at its best to celebrate the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner in bout number 3. Our winner is out of the red corner, Angel Young.
Congratulations to Angel Young, and as Al mentioned, he's got the eyes. He knows his sport. He thought Angel had it, and Al, congratulations on your pick. And the mic is on backwards. There you go, sir. All right, we will get Mr. Young over here in just a couple of moments and get the official congratulations. So again, both fighters are showing their sportsmanship, and that's good. Good to see. So we have completed 3 bouts here in downtown Colorado Springs. Exciting, isn't it? It's good to see boxing in downtown, isn't it, Al?
Awesome. It's awesome. It's been a long time since we've had anything like this. It's the first outside venue I can remember in a long time. So this is a beautiful setting for a ring, and this might be the first of many to come with this ring sitting here like this. Those bleachers over there on the side are awesome, and around the ring is awesome, and it's just a beautiful setting.
I just heard one of the referees say he just felt a drop of rain. We wouldn't feel it because we're under a tent. But, all right, we're going to get the winner for round about 3 up. Congratulations, Troy. If you step up to the microphone, please. And Angel Young, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
So, how did you feel during the match?
I felt good. I was expecting to get a little bit more tired than I was, but I felt good. I felt conditioned, and
All right. And Al was impressed. By the way, Al, in case you didn't know, boxing coach at the U.S. Air Force Academy for a number of years, so he knows his stuff.
You're out from up at sea level up to this altitude. Did that affect you?
I would say a little bit, but not as much as I thought it was going to.
The one thing that I noticed is sometimes you didn't finish your punches. You were short. And instead of letting him take advantage of that counter punches, stepping all the way through and finishing your punches. And because you were at the end of the first round, the last 30 seconds of the first round, you were pretty good. You were sticking, 1, 2, stick, 1, 2, and you were scoring well at the end of that first round. And that's the way I said he needs to keep doing that, And but you won it, and you look pretty. Your boxing style is nice.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It was nice meeting you today.
Thank you, guys. It was nice meeting you too.
Best of luck in your
God bless.
career. Look here. All right. Well, we're getting a little bit of rain. I can see the raindrops falling in front of us. I don't know how that's going to impact the.
Yeah, it make the ring real slippery.
Yeah,
what it can do. So hopefully it'll stand off.
Hopefully it'll be a quick-moving storm, but we will see.
We can't see behind us what's over there. You know, in Colorado Springs, you can tell when the rain's coming.
You can look west generally, and you know what's headed your way. But because of the way we're positioned here, we're not sure what's going on. Someone is checking. Actually, I had someone just texting me a message. Apologize about the my losing my train of thought there for just a second. If you are listening on the radio, the tents are shaking. We've put some weights down on the poles to keep everything from blowing away. My hands in the papers to keep everything from blowing away. But it looks like I see boxers in the ring.
Right, we're ready to go.
It looks like we're ready to go. So we're going to bout number 4.
Bout number 4, boxing out of the red corner, representing USA All-Stars Boxing and Fitness.
Youngster
George Levana Galvan. And boxing out of the blue corner, representing Low Brawlers, Michael Angel Martinez.
All right. And Jorge, by the way, is in the red
corner.
And Michael Angel Martinez is in blue. All right, both fighters have come out.
13 and 14-year-old.
Yeah, these are youngsters.
Yep.
Brings you back.
Brings me back to doing the same doggone thing. Out there in that ring, being 13 years old and sticking and moving.
Jorge, by the way, is, again, a USA All-Star Boxing Club.
Okay.
And Michael Angel Martinez is from Brighton, Colorado, so he is a Coloradan.
Okay, from Little Brawlers in Brighton.
Both fighters in the middle of the ring right now. They're both being pretty aggressive, aren't they?
They are. One's doing a little flare kind of boxing with his hands down, and the other young man is traditional, hands up high, throwing a lot of punches.
And there's the bell.
That was short.
When you are at that, and we're going to hold it here during the break, but Al, when you're at this age, what is different? I mean, energy levels are different, a little bit more aggressive. I mean, you're basically learning your sport.
That's really a good question. They're learning about themselves, how you handle yourself when you get hit in the face, and react to that without losing your cool and trying to see what you need to do to take advantage of your opponent. And you can see if you can't handle that, you're not out here anymore. So these guys have learned how to handle themselves, what to do when you get hit with a shot, how to step back a little bit, regroup, and then look for the weaknesses in your opponent. And
round 2 has begun. I think they are trying to move this along because of the storm that's moved into our area.
And the younger guys may have a different time limit, too. I like this Michael Martinez, the way he's got his hands up and throws nice combinations to kid in blue.
Again, both being aggressive. Rain continues to come down. It's not heavy, but it's enough to maybe cause a little bit of slickness in the ring.
Jorge is aggressive. He keeps coming. The other young guy is scoring as he moves away too. Martinez in blue. Counter punches is nice when he's moving away.
Martinez steps back. Both fighters now in the center ring. Pretty good exchange of blows from both. And there's the bell.
These are shorter rounds.
Shorter rounds probably because of the young
age.
Yes. All right. We will hold it here because we're going to be back in just a couple of moments. And your thoughts so far on what you've seen? Some good boxing.
It's been really nice. Really nice boxing. Well trained. They're all in shape. All in good shape. Even the big guys were, they're carrying around a lot of weight, but Mays was still throwing punches at the end of his bout.
Both boxers are in neutral territory getting some water. talking to the coach. There's their
round
trainers.
three.
Yep, here we go. We're just going to move this along.
Okay.
Referee is waiting for the bell. There's the bell as we take on round 3 in bout 4. Both fighters now center ring, each getting some good shots in, checking each other out now, so to speak, playing a little respect. I like it when Martinez throws a couple of blows. Jorge Leyavena comes back and fires back right back.
Right. That's a nice combination by Martinez. Again, Martinez hands her up.
Boy, just for a couple of moments, Martinez was up on the ropes. I did a couple of punches.
He's aggressive.
Yeah.
It is aggressive. Jorge is aggressive. He's coming after him. I think he knows he's behind, so he's coming after him.
There's the bell. All right. Both boxers show each other some courtesy. Step back to neutral corners. We'll wait on the refs to see what happens.
Oh, here comes the rain.
Yeah, the rain is really picking up now. We may go into a delay. We'll see what happens. I think they're trying to hurry up everything right now, Al. Appreciate the assistance we're getting from folks from the museum holding down our tent so we can stay under the broadcast tent here. Mother Nature is
everything over.
showing us who's in charge. All right, we're waiting. We're going to bring up our stadium announcer in just a couple of moments for the reading of the official winner as soon as it's determined. Referee has brought both boxers into center ring, holding both their arms up.
What do you think?
The crowd is giving them congratulations. I thought Martinez was just a bit more aggressive. So
I thought he threw Jorge was countering a lot, but I think Martinez was leading the charge.
So all we're doing is waiting on the officials to tally up everything.
Might have been a split decision.
And they're walking it over to the ringside announcer right now. So we're going to bring up his microphone for the winner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our winner in bout number 4 by unanimous decision is out of the red corner.
Okay.
George Leyavena Galvan. Let's give him a big round of applause.
All right.
I didn't agree with that, but that's not unusual.
That's all right. It was unanimous decision.
That's right.
So Leyavena Galvan takes bout 4, and it looks like they just dropped our tent down, and they are covering the ring. So we are going to go into, I guess, what we would call a rain delay. So I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and throw it back to our producer, DJ. DJ, I can't see you right now because the tent is been.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to. I'll tell you what. Let's listen to the stadium announcer here real quick.
We got a little sprinkler coming in, so we will start again shortly.
All right. Okay, we're going to bring the winner. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to bring the winner in.
Okay.
So hold it just a second. Tell you what, Al, I'm going to let you interview.
Okay.
I'm going to hand because of the rain delay. The microphone we had out to interview the winners has been taken away. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my headset. Put that on, sir. And Al, anyway, was a boxing coach at the Air Force Academy.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what he saw.
So how do you feel?
Good.
Feel you're in pretty good shape out there.
Yeah,
Huh?
thank you.
He kept you going.
Yes.
He was always starting it off, but you countered well. That's
Yes.
what won the bout for you, is your counter punching.
Yes.
And he would stick you with that 1-2, and then boom, boom, boom. You would come right back at him. You were digging a little bit underneath.
Yeah.
But you hung in there tough. That was a close fight.
Thank you.
And, but you look sharp for a youngster.
Thank you.
I remember I started at your age, even a little bit younger. So good to see you.
Thank you.
Looking pretty out there.
Thank
Did
you.
a nice job. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All righty.
All right, you are listening to I'm going to grab this back from you real quick. Thank you. Congratulations. We'll go ahead and get the headset again. And again, the tent just dropped down on top of our heads. So, yes, thank you, sir. Good luck to you in your future endeavors. Well, this is what live radio is all about.
In Colorado.
In Colorado.
Afternoon.
So, DJ, we're going to throw it back to you. I know you can't see me, but you can hear me. You're listening to Fight Night at the museum from Olympic City, USA. We're in downtown in a rain delay. This is Mike Lewis along with Al Weil on KPPF, the power of community.
Don't forget to visit our concession stands over at the Flame Cafe. They got cold beer, they got pizza, all sorts of great snacks. Get to go check them out.
KPPF AM Monument, Colorado Springs. K253AH, 98.5 FM, Colorado Springs. K239CH, 95.7 FM, Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs is Olympic City, USA.
You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's medal sponsor is Harmony Real Estate Group and Nancy Weil. Call 719-229-4596. Call Nancy Weil at Harmony Real Estate Group for all your real estate needs. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is McDonald Paving and Chip Sealing, Colorado Springs concrete contractors and driveway sealers since 1979. McDonaldPaving.com. Call 719-590-1680. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is PPG Realty and Guaranteed Rate. Call 719-357-9340. PPGRealestate.com. PPG Real Estate and Guaranteed Rate, helping you make the right move. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum is sponsored by McDivitt Law Firm. When an accident happens, you need an experienced law firm on your side. McDivitt Law Firm, here to win for you. McDivittLaw.com. You're listening to USA Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum is sponsored by 365 Grand Properties, The Antlers, and Money Exchange Hotel. 365grandclub.com. Call The Antlers Hotel at 719-955-5600.
It's Fight Night at the Museum with USA Boxing at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs for amateur boxing at its best to celebrate the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. Now, with all the action from Fight Night at the Museum, here's your host, Mike Lewis.
And rain delays aren't the only thing that don't only happen in baseball. They also happen in boxing when you're outside, which is where we are. So we're in downtown Colorado Springs. Al Wow's been helping us with the commentary, and we appreciate that. If you just turn on the radio, let me give you a quick update before we bring in a special guest. We have gone through 4 bouts. We were originally scheduled, by the way, to have 9, but there's been 1 scratch. So we're halfway done. We've got 8 bouts total, 4 more to go. I'd like to welcome in a special guest, Paul Browning. And Paul, by the way, if you follow CSU football, if you follow Colorado football, you may remember Paul when he was a Ram up in Fort Collins. Good to see you.
What's going on? Good to see you. Just glad to be out here, man. I love boxing, so the fact that we've got a ring set up right here outside of the Olympic Museum is amazing. I love it for Colorado Springs.
What are your thoughts on the first 4 bouts you've seen?
Man, we've got some young talent. That first kid who won, he came out from AZ, but just the amount of guys that we have here who can fight.
Yeah.
And they're just they're throwing hands in there. I love the competition. Great boxing right now.
But isn't it exciting to see some of the younger ones? 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, at it. And that's I guess something for me. I said, you know what? Maybe I'm getting old because it's kind of hard for me to watch the young guys fight like that because I'm like, hey, quit fighting, But no, it's really great to see. And you know what? I can probably guarantee a lot of these kids, it's their outlet. So to have a 13, 14-year-old, and this is their outlet, and they're able to go out and perform in front of their family and us fans who may not know them, it's excellent.
It is an outlet for a lot of youngsters all across the country. And boxing is one of the few sports that they started at the same age as I did, 7, 8 years, 8, 9 years old. They're boxing in some of the big cities, and they've got gyms, and the youngsters start 8, 9 years old all across the country. So like me, I had 30 bouts when I was 14 years old. So
I got a chance to interview most of the boxers earlier today, and I asked everybody, well, what do you like about boxing? And I loved one of the answers was, I get to hit people, not get in trouble. So I was like, there you go. Yeah, that's what boxing is.
And that's the thing. For me, I had the same answer for football, but boxing is a different level of I get to hit somebody and not get in trouble. That's a whole different level. But it's such a chess match when guys can get in the ring. And just for me, and I guess I always bring stuff back to football, but playing receiver, it's like being on an island. You got one-on-one with the DB. That's what I see here. It's just mano-a-mano, the 2 fighters, and it's a chess match. I love it.
when I used to have the football players in boxing class, and I always had the football players all together in one class, and I used to tell the coaches, come watch, because you can see who your tough guys are. You can see the guys that are going to take that hit and not go out of bounds or put their head down and drive into somebody. You come watch boxing class. And some of the best athletes were not the best boxers. How do you handle yourself when you get hit in the face? And that's what they learned, even great athletes in our boxing classes. And I would tell them right after, you could be an all-state fullback. What are you going to do when that guy sticks you right smack dab in the nose? You can't lose your cool. You have to remain calm. You have to assess the situation, and you have to take it under control. That's the same thing we tell fighter pilots in combat situations. So when it's firing at you, you can't lose your cool. You got to, and that's part of the training at the airport. You got to remain calm, assess the situation, and get it under control. And that's what you have to do when you get hit.
still have to be able to think. I mean, and that's, I mean, you put the way you put it, still have to be able to think even in the line of battle while all that's going on.
You can't go wild and start just wailing away, because you're going to get yourself in trouble doing that. Especially if you get somebody that knows what you're doing, you're going to get hit again.
Oh, yeah.
And really interesting.
And Paul, just like in football, training is so important. Every one of these young men that I spoke to today talked about cardiovascular and running. They all run to stay in shape, among some of the other things they do.
Oh, yeah, and it's so for me, like being able to play football, collegiate level, playing in Cleveland with the Browns and the Panthers, I've been in some great shape. I'll tell you, I've never been in boxing shape. I've never ever been in boxing because it's a different type of cardio to have. I mean, I'm very happy and think I can run 60 routes in a game and I'll be good. But these guys have to go literally 3 minutes, 12 rounds. It's a different cardio.
One of the things I was explaining to him is what the adrenaline does to you when you get in that ring and you got those butterflies and you feel like, man, I'm having trouble here that first round. The adrenaline eats up your energy in that ring. And I told him, like, if I was in a tournament where I had to win Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to get to Saturday, Tuesday, I'm going, man, this is unbelievable. I'm having trouble. Now, the next night, it felt a little bit better. By the time Saturday came, I was relaxed, under control. But that, I emphasize that with my boxers. You're in great shape, but the adrenaline can nail you.
Oh, yeah.
Really get you.
That's, I never got a chance to play in the Super Bowl. I could have played in the Super Bowl. If I'd have stayed in Carolina, I would have played in the Super Bowl. And I think that's one of the things why when I do talk to some of my buddies who have played in the Super Bowl, that's one of the things they talk about that adrenaline. As soon as you step onto the field and you start playing, you have to make sure that you stay even keeled. You don't get too high up because of the environment that you're in, the event that you're in. And it's like boxing matches. I mean, that's
almost feel like you're going to get sick.
Oh, man,
how bad it gets you. You know?
Yeah. And then on top of it, you're getting hit.
Yeah,
I'm getting punched in the face.
yeah.
Over and over again.
Over and over again. It's crazy.
Hey, Paul, tell us what you do with yourself nowadays.
So currently, I am the CEO and founder of Lionheart Paul Browning Receiving Academy. It's here in Colorado Springs, providing some elite, position-specific base football training for high school guys, college guys, and even some pro guys. But we're based here out of Colorado Springs, just trying to create a factory of great football players here because there's so many people who really care about the game, who want to get better, who just don't have the access to that type of training. Guys up in Denver, they get it all the time. They've got pro football guys retire and they stay up in Denver. We don't have that many guys come back down here. So if I'm going to be the guy to bring it to light, then, I want to go for it.
Where are you doing your training at?
I do my training everywhere. So, a lot of times
you go to schools and that type of thing?
I'll go to whatever school. A lot of times I'll meet with kids in the park. But, being able to do my private sessions with those kids is perfect. I also do group sessions at John Venezia Park up north where we can be able to get as many guys as we possibly can.
So you're doing camps? Are you doing camps?
Yes, I also do camps as well.
Okay.
We just finished up the pro football camp this past week with pro football. Pro Football Camp LLC, that organization. But then also me being able to have my 7-on-7 summer league, the LPL Lionheart Premier League. We also just finished up that first week of July. But, a lot like boxing, also trying to give these guys an outlet when it comes to football, year round, giving them an opportunity to continue to play the game and learn from some of the guys who are also from the area who are able to be really successful.
Paul, last question, because they've taken the tarp off the ring, so I think we're getting ready to go again. How would you assess high school football in Colorado Springs?
How would I assess it? I think there's a lot of room to grow, but we will grow because of the growth of the people and the amount of people that we have coming by and moving here to Colorado Springs. And as long as internally with the coaches, we continue to grow and want positions, we'll be in a great place for football.
Well, terrific. Well, thanks for making time for us, and we'll get some fights going here in a couple of moments.
Are you going to be here for the rest of it? I'm going to be right here. I'm not leaving.
We value you stopping by. Good to meet you.
Thank you. Good job.
By the way, nice ring he's got on.
Yeah, that is. And
even though it's CSU.
Yeah, that's it.
My Air Force, I'm an Air Force guy, so
That's right. My son went to CSU, so I'm a Randy too. All right. At least as far as the parents go. All right, you're listening to KPPF, the power of community. We'll be back for some live boxing in a couple of moments. It looks like the wind is still howling, but the rain has quit, so we think we'll get going in a couple of moments. Thank you for joining us live from downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA.
Well, good luck to you. Boxing's Fight Night at the Museum, live on KPPF from the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Fight Night at the Museum's platinum sponsor is McDonald Paving and Chip Sealing, Colorado Springs concrete contractors and driveway sealers since 1979. McDonaldPaving.com. Call 719-590-1680.
It's Fight Night at the Museum with USA Boxing at the US Olympic and Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs for amateur boxing at its best to celebrate the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. Now, with all the action from Fight Night at the Museum, here's your host, Mike Lewis.
All right, we are getting ready to get back underway. It's fun talking to Paul Brown, former CSU football player. Now that was exciting. Well, we've had the windstorm come through, a little bit of rain. It looks like to the south of Colorado Springs is where the storm is heading. And that's good news for us because we'd like to get this match back underway. We're going to the fifth bout here in just a couple of moments, and it looks like it's going to be Sanchez taking on, let me just double check that to make sure, Nick Covington. So again, we will get underway. We just had to, basically we had to get our tent set back up again. Both fighters are in the ring. Referee is having a chat.
Gentlemen,
Here's
after
the
a
ringside announcer.
brief rain pause, we're going to continue with some more boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, boxing out of the red corner representing Sanchez Boxing. Please put your hands together for Cesar Sanchez. And boxing out of the blue corner representing Oxon Hill Boxing. Put your hands together for Nick Covington.
Here it is. Okay, coming. Missouri.
And we are underway. Bout number 5. Both fighters in center ring, and they're getting really aggressive coming out, Al. They're meaning business.
Yep, 13-year-old Covington from Missouri.
Yes.
Koking. I've never heard of that. Koking, Missouri, and Sanchez is from Colorado Springs.
Referee just called time for a moment, so he's asking both fighters to go back to neutral corners.
His shoelace.
Yeah, it looks like the shoelaces on Covington are being checked. Now both fighters re-engage in center ring.
Okay.
Well, so far it's pretty even now, I would say.
Yep.
And again, these are some of our younger fighters this evening.
Right.
Just
Nice stiff jab by Galvan. Sanchez. The goal.
I tell you what, you can just I see the energy difference in these younger fighters.
Yeah. Yep. That's. They can go.
Both fighters, boxers, pretty much in center ring right now.
Right.
Showing each other respect. There's a couple of jabs.
Not throwing a lot of punches compared to the last two, the youngsters we had.
And there's the end of round one.
Not a lot of scoring blows there.
Nope. I guess they each
feeling each other out,
Yep.
so they're going to open up a little bit here in the second round.
Again, don't forget to visit our concession stand.
You're listening to the ring announcer
All that good stuff.
here in downtown Colorado Springs. I want to thank our sponsors while we have a moment. The 365 Grand Club Antlers and Mining Exchange Hotels, McDivitt Law Firm, 9 Round, PPG Realty Group, and Katie Newbell, EXP Realty, McDonald Paving, Rocky Mountain Protective Services, Harmony Guaranteed Rate is with PPG Realty. And again, thank you to all of our sponsors for making this night in downtown Colorado Springs, Night at the Museum, a success. The 10-second warning has been given, so that means we've got the next round coming up in bout 5. Here we go, underway.
Sanchez and Covington. That big looping punch.
Boy, both of them very aggressive now coming out from the start. In center ring.
It's picking up again. It's straight right hand there. Covington, he didn't loop it. He threw it straight. When he throws it straight, he's got a lot more power. There you go.
Both fighters being
That's nothing. That's no scoring blow.
clinched there for just a couple of moments. I would say so far we're seeing an equal amount for the most part.
Right.
Of,
Pretty close bout.
Yeah. I would say Covington is doing just a little bit
I
better
agree.
job keeping his hands up.
I
too.
agree.
Protecting that face and being ready to jab. Boy, they're both very quick when they make their jabs, aren't they?
Right. They are. Now watch what happens when Covington throws his left. He drops his right sometimes, and that can get you in trouble. He go here and drops this thing way over. You'll see him go here and drop his right hand way down here, so he's wide open. And this kid here will counter that.
All right,
The coach is probably telling him.
Well, that's what a good coach would do.
When he's throwing the jab, he's dropping his right hand way down, countering with the straight left hand.
All right, the referee just handed something off to one of the officials.
That's the scorecard.
So we've got another round to go.
He goes around from all three judges, picks up the scorecards.
And I hope this isn't going to be a repeat, but I just felt a couple more drops
I
come
did
through.
too.
So
And
hopefully
it's getting dark.
it is. So again, the wind just picked up again. So we will hopefully be able to
We might be able to
get this.
squeeze these in here.
I know the officials are doing everything they can, I think, to keep
And the
this
next
moving.
round's they're little guys, so they're quick.
Mhm. And the time is
10 and a
different.
half rounds, I think.
10-second warning has just been given to get round 3 underway, so we'll be going in just a couple of moments. They've alerted both boxers, now both in center ring. And they know this is it. They're going to want to score here.
Good jab. Covington sticking a good jab. Good counter punch. Now he switched. Switched to southpaw. That can get you in trouble. And did get him in trouble.
Yep. Sanchez was on the ropes there
Right.
for just
He
a
switched
second.
it.
Yep.
He switched his feet and
Yep.
got caught off balance.
Sanchez,
And Covington took advantage of it.
he did. Sanchez looked like he was going to
Good right hand by Covington.
Yep.
Right hand lead. Covington's coming on strong this round, I think.
Sanchez drops his gloves.
Right.
Both boxers clinch now for a second. Referee breaks them up. Back at it, center ring. Another blow. And there's the final bell. Fighters will be going to neutral corners, and we will wait. Al, your thoughts? You've been batting 100% so far.
I thought Covington came on strong there. The last round, he won the last round for sure. Now the first two were tough to score, but I think Covington made the fight. So he was constantly working.
And I'm not sure that delay had an impact one way or the other on the boxers, would it? It shouldn't have really made a difference.
No. I mean, there may be one or two guys that would have a problem with that. It would affect, but most guys wouldn't bother them at all.
I would think the big thing is you once you start about, you don't want to stop and then come back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Once you start, you want to get it done.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Absolutely.
All right, we will find out who the winner is in just a couple of moments. Referee is calling both.
That must be a new thing. You run around the ring and you stomp.
And they're both doing it. They're
I've never seen that before. So.
Going in a clockwise direction.
That's new fad.
That could be the younger generation now.
Right.
They still got that energy.
I used to do a little shoe shine. Go to each and over the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our boxers a big round of applause. Our winner of bout number 5 by unanimous decision is out of the blue corner, Nick Covington.
All right. What do you think, Al?
That's what I thought happened.
Yep. You're doing good tonight.
Yep.
All right, we'll get Nick over here in just a couple of moments. Nick is 13 years old from Maryland. So we'll have to ask him about that altitude question. I think if I remember correctly, when I spoke to him this morning, he just arrived into town, so maybe he's taking your advice.
A picture with you, handsome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my daughter.
Oh, hello. And just so you guys know, you are live on the radio right now on KPPF, so we're getting a photo taken. We're going to get Nick Covington over here in just a couple of moments.
Cool.
He's being examined by the trainer to make sure that he's okay. Both fighters, in fact, will be examined right now to make sure that they're okay. That's very important. Checking their eyes, face, mouth. All right, stepping up is Nick over here.
As we get ready for our next bout.
Over here, brother. We're going to bring the microphone, please. Sorry.
There you go.
Talk to you earlier today. So, congratulations. What do you think? Congratulations. Thank you. How do you feel?
Good.
So, how was the fight?
It was good. He was a tough opponent.
Okay. Al, by the way, was a boxing coach at the US Air Force Academy, so he was impressed with what he saw.
Nice work out there.
Thank you, sir.
You worked hard. Nice jab. You kept him off balance with your jab.
Thank you.
Your straight right hand is pretty. The loop and stuff,
Yeah.
not as much pretty as that straight right hand you have. You got a nice straight right. Throw it straight.
Okay.
You know, that loop and stuff sometimes can get you in trouble when you're way out here.
Okay.
And somebody can counter that. But throw that right hand right down. You started doing that in the second round.
Okay.
And when you started throwing the right hand, you kept him off balance.
Okay.
And Nick, I was going to ask you, you're from Maryland, right?
Huh?
Are you from Maryland?
Yes.
When did you get here again?
2 days ago.
So how did the altitude affect you at all?
I caught an airplane.
Okay, but I mean the altitude, since you're at 6,000 feet, do you feel any difference as far as the atmosphere, the oxygen level, or anything?
Oh yes, the air is different.
Okay.
Good job out there. Good luck to you. Pretty boxer.
Congratulations. Best of luck to you. And we're going to have you put the microphone back there. Thank you, sir. All right. And we are going to keep moving this along because,
we got even younger one.
Yep, Mother Nature could throw us another
11 and 12.
Yep, 11 and 12. And we will have the announcement from the ringside announcer in just a couple of moments. But it's going to be, it's like Paul Martinez. And I'm going to have you announce Paul Martinez's opponent, please.
He's at Jerome Penrose.
Penrose the third, yes.
Yep.
12 and 11 years old.
Yep. I can remember back to this stuff.
So this is exciting.
Awesome. Look at the little guy over there in the corner in the blue. Just standing there like, all right, in a minute here, I'm going to put up my dukes.
Yeah, Penrose is in the blue, and Martinez is in the red. And again, Penrose is the 11-year-old. Paul Martinez Jr. is 12. Martinez, by the way, from Brighton, Colorado. Penrose from Colorado Springs. So the altitude is not an issue. No,
here.
they're both from Colorado.
And they're the little guys, so
Yes,
they go.
yeah.
Like the battery.
Altitude, maybe you were taking a little one up top of Pikes Peak. They run around with the best of them.
Oh, yeah.
So we will be going, and again, Mother Nature is holding on. We're still seeing some strong winds, but again, the rain has let off. I'm not sure, quite frankly, what the delay is.
Right on the fringe of this storm.
Yep.
We were over there, we'd be in trouble.
But I do know they want to get the bout underway. So this is going to be bout 6. So after this, we'll have 2 more bouts.
Yep.
And again, with the younger ones, the timing of the rounds is a little bit shorter. So again,
mouthpiece didn't have his mouth.
That's what the delay was. We knew there was a delay. We just weren't sure what the delay was. Now we have our answer.
And I hope he got a mouthpiece that fits him. You don't want to put somebody else's mouthpiece or a mouthpiece that's too big for you, because that can really cause you problems. And I think that might be the front. See, looks like he's having trouble with his mouth. See it?
Yep. Here's the announcement for Ringside Announcer.
And his opponent out of the blue corner, representing SBC Boxing, Jerome Penrose III.
He came jumping out there. I've never seen that before.
All right, we are underway. Both of them coming out aggressive.
Oh, yeah, they're swinging.
In center.
Penrose got a good stiff jab. The other guy does too. So does
and again,
Martinez.
Shortened rounds because of the age. I love to see the energy at this age.
Oh yeah, it's pretty. It's fun for anybody to watch this.
Both boxers in center space. They're both getting in some good blows.
Yeah.
Some good punches. They're clinched now for a moment.
Right.
10-second warning's just been given.
Good jab. Penrose got a good little jab there.
All right, so that is the end of round 1. And Paul Browning, we're going to bring you over here. I'm going to actually have you, if you want to go ahead and grab that microphone, Paul. We're going to have you help us. Actually, we're going to have him walk around. Paul's actually going to join us as a guest commentator in this next call, Al. We welcome his comments.
Okay.
And here, I'll tell you what, we will pardon our theatrics here. We had to move things around when the rain came, and we're rearranging everything. So, Paul, we're gonna hand this over to you and Al once we get round 2 underway. All right, so you and Al go at it.
All right, definitely. I'm ready to go.
And I tell you what, if you'd like, can you hear Al okay? Because I can give you my headphones.
Yeah. I'll talk to you. 100%.
All right.
These little guys. Paul, you were running around catching passes when you were this age.
And these guys are, I don't know, they're playing a
pretty combination.
Oh yeah, they're playing a little bit rougher sport than I was playing. So they're quick.
Penrose in the blue. Next counter.
These guys are, they got to be what?
11 and 12.
11 and 12?
Yep.
The technique is something that's
they're pretty. Both of them are pretty.
Oh, yeah. It's a big, big shout out to their coaches and their
Oh,
trainers being able to get them prepared like this.
It's fun to watch. I was saying anybody would have fun watching this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, they're both like it's a very technical boxing. I mean, that's why I love that they have the headgear. Obviously, headgear is safety, but you definitely you can work your technique a little bit more, right? Because that knockout's not going to come as easy.
Hey, I thought Covington might have lost that last round. I had him win in the first two, but I think he lost that first one.
Sure, we are now coming to that's the end of round 2. We got round 3 coming up in just a couple of moments.
I think
so. We're still have to hold down the tent, so to speak. Well, the wind dies down, then it seems like it picks back up again. What are your thoughts so far, Paul?
I like I said, I really like the technique that both of these guys have. When you look at Martinez, he's been able to take a couple shots too. I mean, especially in that first round, he was taking a couple shots, but his counters are pretty dang good. So we'll see what happens this third round.
All right, they just gave a 10-second warning. We're getting ready to get underway.
So whoever wins this round, I think is going to win it.
Yeah, this is the one. They're coming out swinging too.
Oh yeah. Boy, they're going at it. Penrose is throwing a lot of punches. Nice jab by Penrose, and nice move to get out of the way.
Yeah, Penrose has some great feet.
Yeah, look at him move. Watch him spin. Watch him spin. He's going to spin him out. Penrose keeps throwing a lot of punches. Here comes Martinez.
Another thing I really love seeing about these guys, they may be 11 and 12 years old, but I mean the confidence that you got to have to be able, not only be able to perform, when it comes to boxing, but now these guys are performing out in front of all of these fans here.
Right. What I was talking about earlier, the adrenaline factor, and they've got it under control.
Oh yeah.
I think Penrose came on strong the last round.
Yeah, this one might have went to Penrose.
And now, do you have a thought either way?
I think
is this being close?
I think Penrose came on to win the last 2 rounds.
All right, so you're going with Penrose the third.
Yeah.
Excellent fight, though. I mean, that's an excellent fight. You see two youngsters come down and hop in the ring like this. You're going, all right, well, I don't know what really to expect, but these guys. Well, I mean, that was a great fight.
Yeah, it was. That was one of the better fights of the night.
At a young age. How old were you?
Shoot. When I started playing football, I started playing flag football at six years old. So, I mean, but that's a little different. They kind of hand you a ball and tell you to run. This is such a chess match. I think the better question would have been, how old was I when I started playing chess? Which I was about 14 years old. So, I mean, these guys are way up. I mean, the life lessons that they're getting at 11 and 12, I mean, and they've probably been with their coaches even, prior to this. I mean, so it just tells you, I mean, the life lessons that they're getting and the type of human beings that they should become out of this is something that's exciting.
Thank you. You hungry?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ringside Announcer. It's a big round of applause. Our winner in bout number 6 by split decision is out of the blue corner. Please put your hands together for Guerrero.
That was such a great fight.
It was.
I love the showing each other mutual respect, giving each other a hug, good sportsmanship.
Yep.
Like I said, the lessons that these guys are learning at such a young age, because I think boxing is probably the greatest microcosm of life. I mean, in football, it's a team sport, and they teach you how to work with others. I mean, but when you talk about dealing with adversity and being able to overcome some things, boxing, it trumps all sports.
What you were talking about is how they handle themselves. The guy loses, so he's respectful. He go off in a tantrum or show disrespect or pout or whine about it. He just takes the decision, comes down, gets the doctor to check him out, and he's ready to go for the next time.
Exactly. And we will get Jerome Penrose III over here in just a couple. Well, we hope we're going to get him over here. He's walking the other way, but I think he's being redirected. I'm going to hand him my microphone, gentlemen, so you can give the congratulations and the questions. Congratulations. We're going to hand you this microphone, and these gentlemen have a couple of questions for you. How'd you feel out there?
I felt good.
Felt good? Huh? And you worked him pretty good with that jab. You were working hard. I thought you got the last 2 rounds. That's the way I had it. But kept throwing the punches, kept making the fight. You were the one that made the fight.
Number 7,
starting with your combination right after that.
Penrose, where are you from?
Colorado.
You from here? You from Colorado Springs? Definitely, man. It's so good to see you out there fighting the way you were fighting, man. I love it. How old were you when you started fighting?
I was 5.
That's crazy. You're 5 years old. You're mature, man, and I continue to stick with it, man, because the values and the things that you're learning with this sport are going to follow you for the rest of your life, man. Keep going at it, and I hope to see you one day fighting at the big stage. That's it. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Give me 5. All right, brother.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on here? All right, we're getting ready for our next bout. Our first fighter is taking the ring.
Here comes the newcomer himself, Sanchez.
They got him in the wrong corner. I got Joey Sanchez in the blue corner. They got him in the red corner.
Sanchez is 14 and 15 years old.
They got him in the wrong
14 and 15 years old.
Greeley, Colorado, and Longmont, Colorado.
Longmont and Greeley. All right, he came all the way down south to give us a show here in downtown Colorado Springs.
They had Sanchez in the red corner and Guerrero in the blue corner.
The good thing is the rain has subsided. Wind is dropped down. Let me not speak too much about that. I don't want to jinx us. I'm gonna double check that.
Boxing out of the red corner. Put your hands together for Giovanni Guevara. And boxing out of the blue corner, representing Sanchez Boxing. Please put your hands together for Joey Sanchez.
Once again, these two out of Longmont and Greeley, Colorado,
15 and
Colorado.
16.
15 and 16 years old.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to hand it back to you for the opening round of this bout.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Southpaw. Okay, here we got a southpaw against an orthodox, traditional boxer.
So a lot of times when you're fighting a southpaw, what's something that you want to be able to
your
accomplish?
feet give you problems, okay? Because you're stepping on each other's foot. Watch their feet. When they step forward, now he's switching a little bit, so that
It's connected twice on it.
right. Now he's switching to southpaw. Oh, that was a nice uppercut, but he got hit with the right when he threw it.
So one of the things I've always been told when it comes to boxing is just making sure you keep your hands up after you throw, being able to have their hand
That's
ready.
my biggest pet peeve. Keep your hands up. Some of these guys get a little fancy and drop their hands. And you can't see when you got your hand down like that to throw a jab. You have to come up to throw it. If you got your hand up, you just shoot it.
And even today, I mean, how
You're
would
gonna have
you
to stop this? I think.
Yeah, I think with that lightning.
good shot. No, he didn't call it a knockdown. He took a good right hand down.
So how would you rate the fighters today when it comes to being able to keeping their hands up and staying disciplined with a lot of?
Well, your great ones still keep their hands up. We have a guy that I've trained out at the academy. It's a world champion, Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Who stayed at our house for 3 months. Its whole camp, and he's beautiful boxer, as pretty as I've ever seen. And his hands are up high, he's smart, thinks what he's doing. Watches it. Oh, that was a nice little right hand by blue corner Sanchez.
Yeah,
Good little scrap.
Oh yeah, Sanchez has connected a couple times or something.
Hard
uppercuts
shot
and
right back. So if you got your hand down here to throw your jab, you got to come up here to throw it. If you're here, boom, you just shoot it.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why I get after some of these guys that get fancy and do all this stuff with their head hanging out there. Well, a good fighter will pick them apart.
Yeah. And Sanchez looks like we don't have a tail of the tape going on here.
Sanchez is in the blue.
Sanchez, the height, we don't have.
Guerrero's in the red.
Guerrero looks like he's a little bit taller.
Yep. He's got the height advantage.
So what's one thing as a fighter being able to take advantage of that height?
Jab. You know. So
now we've got another guest announcer that's going to come in.
Okay.
Help us. We have another announcer coming in. We appreciate you sharing your expertise. Give us your name, please.
DJ Flight.
DJ, it's good to have you here, and we're going to have you call this with Al and Paul, okay?
All righty. Let's do it.
DJ, you are from Louisiana, right?
No, I'm actually out from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. All right. What part? Charlotte, Durham?
No, I'm actually in the Raleigh-Durham area, but I'm all over.
Definitely.
I DJ all over the area, so I'm out here today. I'm DJing this weekend, so.
Definitely.
Yes,
You can get a little promo going.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
How you enjoying the fights?
It's pretty good so far. I didn't notice there was so many talented people at a young age. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we've all.
I don't think I could have done that. You know.
Yeah, we were just me and Al were just talking about the younger guys being able to come out and have so much talent when it comes to technique.
Right.
I mean, these guys can really fight.
Yeah, it's a lot of stamina in them too. I'm like, goodness gracious, I would have been done by the first round. First 20 seconds, I would have been out of there.
Yeah, even the 3 rounds is something that's difficult.
Yeah, these guys got a lot of talent.
That was a good little exchange
I
there.
think more years to come, it's going to be a lot of superstars out here. So,
they
Colorado
stick with
Springs
it.
got a lot of good boxing. Having an Olympic training center here makes a lot of difference because a lot of the youngsters that are here in town get to see these Olympians, and that's what they want to do.
Oh yeah.
Especially the little ones. Like I was saying, when I started at 8 years old, I only weighed 60 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, in one of our we just seen Penrose.
Right.
He started at 5 years old.
Right.
And Penrose who just won that last bout. Started at 5 years old, man. So it's just being able to come out here at such a young age.
Strong. The guy in the red's putting on a little pressure here. Just ate a jab, but
he's bleeding though. Guerrero does have a bloody nose.
Yeah. They've been pretty active.
Yeah, both of them throwing a lot of punches. This is a good little scrap. This may be one of the better ones of the whole night. It's really a good one.
Yeah, a little blood coming out of that one.
Yeah. It's close. I think it's 1 round each.
And that's, to see the technique out of these guys fighting. We haven't had one player hit the canvas, one fighter hit the canvas just yet.
Right.
And that's, I think that speaks to not only the technique, but the toughness as well.
That's my daughter taking pictures over there.
So she get my good side.
How often do knockouts happen? Because I see that the temples are covered. A lot of the knockout areas are covered.
In amateur boxing, if you take a good shot, you get an 8 count.
Right.
So you don't get that second and third and fourth one that knocks you out. So you get an 8 count. If you're able to go, then you come again. If you get hit again and you get another 8 count, if you get 8 counts, they stop it. Okay, so that eliminates a lot of pure knockouts, which is really rare.
Wow, okay.
I mean, you probably have to have a really good.
You got to get hit right on the button with a good straight right hand, and that can drop you.
It's got to be precise too.
Right, or an uppercut on the chin. Guy in the red, Guerrero, is coming on strong.
None of them's
He's
got
putting a lot of pressure on him. And Sanchez countered well too.
Oh yeah.
This is a good scrap. This is really a good scrap. Guys both in great shape.
Oh yeah. One thing you see at a couple of bouts is you get to that third round and then you see the stamina. It's starting to take a toll on them. These two are going.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, Guerrero keeps coming. Boy, he's throwing a lot of punches.
And I got to give it to him because Guerrero, he's taking some shots.
Yeah.
He's taking some shots.
He opened that nose back up.
Yeah. He's throwing a lot of punches.
Oh, yeah. Gotta keep the hands up, though, right?
Yeah. There he did it there. He got his hands up.
Sanchez feeling himself.
Yep.
See it.
Good dig underneath by Sanchez.
You see some of that tiredness kicking in now.
Now Guerrero throws 5-6 punches when he throws.
Like I said, a lot about his quickness.
Yeah.
Sanchez is red or blue?
Sanchez is in the blue.
Okay.
Guerrero's in the red.
Right. Guerrero keeps after him. Boy, he doesn't stop.
Yeah. That was an excellent fight.
Right.
That was an excellent fight.
That was close. I think Guerrero came on strong, though.
He did?
Yep.
Yep.
He won that last round.
I think this was one
Now
of the most
I'm
entertaining
getting
ones tonight.
Yeah, Guerrero, he's over here.
Definitely.
This might be another split decision.
Yeah, this is one of the most energetic ones tonight. Man.
Yeah, this was a great bout. He didn't stop coming.
No, he did not. Bloody nose. I mean, there's a lot of guys, you know, you get hit good in the
When you
face.
taste your own blood, some people don't like that.
Yeah.
Give up.
That's exactly why I didn't join boxing. Right there.
Might have been that adrenaline kicking in.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you got a couple little blood when you were playing wide
Oh,
receiver.
you know, but I don't think I'm not tasting my own blood. You know, it's different having a cut on the arm.
You're out there in the field, you can spit on the field.
Yeah, you know, that's
These
totally
guys
fine.
got to keep coming while they're bleeding.
Yeah.
You know, I can't
Okay,
I
coach,
can't
I'm
sniff
out.
now, you know,
Yeah,
my
I'm out.
nostril all blocked up. Yeah, it's a different it's a different type of fight going on.
Yeah.
And you're a wide receiver. You got
All right,
to
Jenna, if you registered to win
100%.
an iPad mini, you have won. Congratulations. This is given to you by the PPU Realty Group and Guaranteed Rate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a winner of bout number 7 by split decision
He was right on that one.
Guerrero.
is out of the red corner,
Called it
Giovanna.
split, and I called it Guerrero.
You have yet.
I haven't missed
You have
one.
yet to miss.
I noticed a little trend. Everybody that's done tread blood tonight has won.
Well, no, actually, at the very beginning, they had
So tomorrow,
that very first
G
fight.
group is going to be
He had gotten the bloody nose. I'm trying to remember the name. The red corner. They said he won,
Right.
but really Boone had won.
So guys,
they called it wrong.
They called it wrong.
Oh, wow.
And because these guys didn't realize that 3 scorecards, and they just took the winner of the first round. Well, he lost the next 2 rounds, so they had it wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't understand how to.
So how does that work? Does he, like on paperwork, did he win?
You
Or?
got three judges,
Right.
and they judge each round
Right.
on a 10-point must system. Winner gets 10, the loser gets 9, and then you collect them after each round. So I think Guerrero lost the first round, and then won the next 2.
Next 2 was, yeah.
So that's he wins it 29-27.
So even though the guy that got, I guess, falsely announced on paperwork did the other guy?
Oh, they corrected.
Yeah, they corrected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still wonder how that goes.
So we're going to interview that young man. We need to get him over here for an interview. Yeah.
DJ, we appreciate you being our guest announcer for holding down the paper so they don't blow away. We're going to bring in Freak the artist. Got a chance to interview Freak at the Vibes baseball game. And Freak, I know you're going to step in and help us with this next bout. So go ahead, take it away. After we congratulate the winner of the last bout. I'm sorry.
Very nice job. How'd you feel
Thank
tonight?
you very much. I'm feeling good.
That was the prettiest bout of the night. I thought you lost the first round, and you came on strong the next 2 rounds and won it just because you were the aggressor. And you made the fight. And
Thank you.
Really kept it on him, man. You didn't let up at all.
Thank you very much. Yeah, he's a very tough opponent.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, he's very tough. He's a very talented fighter. I fought him in JOs in the tournament last week in Roebuck, Texas. He gave me a tough fight there too.
Okay.
What was your mindset going into that last round? I don't know if did you feel like it might have been a split at the time?
Yeah, going in that last round, I knew I had to do something. I knew I had to keep the pressure on him if I wanted to win the fight. That's what my coach is telling me too.
You got to win this round.
Every time he sees a close round, he never gives it to us. Every time if it's a close fight and a close round, he doesn't give the round to us. He tells us we got to pick it up the next round. You know, I listen. That's what you got to do in this game. You know, a lot of commitment, a lot of hard work. Yeah. I listen to what he says and I stay focused on it. And that's what I do. I stay aggressive.
Outstanding boxer of the tournament so far, as far as I'm concerned.
What is that?
You're the outstanding boxer tonight so far. You did a beautiful job. So and I got 36 years of coaching.
36 years of coaching, Air Force Academy boxing coach. I mean, so he's
great job, and I hope to see you in the future.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Hey, you're going to do great.
Thank you.
Good job, man. Definitely. All right, we're going to bring in Freak. Freak, the artist, is going to help you guys count this next round bout. So go ahead, take it away. Good to see you again.
It's good to be here. How's it going, guys?
It's good. You got.
Are you a boxer? Is he a boxer?
No. I didn't box. I used to have MMA back in the day, but that was back in my younger days.
Okay.
He's down to fight a little bit, though. I like it.
I don't mind it.
Army guy. Okay.
Boxing
You got an event coming.
Fly boxing.
Yes. So we have an event coming up tomorrow night from 9 to 1. It's going to be the Colorado Summer Jam. It's Beach Party Edition. I'm sorry. So it's going to come out, have fun, have a sandy little theme going on in a landlocked state. So
what? I don't know what he's all about.
So, just hold on for a second. I know they're announcing the boxers. We got in the blue corner.
Okay.
Here we got here. I got you here.
Got the blue corner is
Nash. Troy Nash.
No, that bout's been canceled. So this would be no.
So this is Nash and Ali.
I thought they canceled that one. So this guy must have showed up. So that's Nash and Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, they said earlier that he was a no-go.
Blue is really controlling this fight right now. He's keeping him at a very good distance.
Yep. Troy Nash and Micah Ali in the red corner.
These guys got to be, 17? We got 15, 16. 15, 16.
Okay.
Oh, 3 straight
Okay,
jabs.
here we go.
Three of them. Yeah, he's testing his range, trying to see how far he can keep him. Where's his striking distance?
We had talked about it earlier, being able to have that height advantage. Ali right now is really using that jab.
That's what he should be doing. And he's got a quick one. Just keep sticking it out there. Trying to keep this under.
Oh. See, even though Ali has that jab and distance, who's
Nash.
Nash is able to close that distance with his speed.
Yeah.
So Ali can keep him at that distance, kind of toy with him and play with him, but with Nash and that speed, he's able to slip under him and get close.
And Nash has got a good jab too.
Yeah, he's using that jab to see where he can slip. As soon as he finds opportunity, he's in there. Oh, okay.
Get your hands up.
He's got his hands up. He's keeping focused though.
Now Nash drops his left. See where he's keeping his left hand. I would throw a right hand lead right now.
He's starting to expose him.
Throw a right hand lead when he's got that left hand down. Throw a right hand lead because he's got his left hand down. putting him in the red.
Now, when you usually see that with Ali,
he should throw that right hand lead.
When you see that hesitation, is that something? What's most likely going on in the boxer's mind at that point?
He's thinking to step in. He's got to step in there, close the distance.
Is that a courage thing? Is that like, well, I gotta score, or
Yeah, it's you. But you're in there. You know you got to throw. So.
Yeah.
But when he's got this hand down, I'm a traditional boxer. Here's my jab. He's got that hand down. I'm going to switch and throw a lead right hand.
Yeah.
I might fake here, but throw the lead right hand while he's got his hand down.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done that yet. Now his corner may tell him you need to throw a lead right hand when he drops that left.
Yeah. So throwing that lead, even though his left is down, are you looking to expose his left?
Well, if he's got his hand down, then you want to take advantage of having that opening.
Yeah.
His hand's down. My jab's going to come here, okay? His hand here is up, so that's blocked. This hand is down, so I fake here and then throw the right hand lead that's wide open. See if the coach told him to do that.
Freak. So I know there any questions about what's going on with you, Freak the artist. You are A&R. Artist.
It's a lot of hats at once. It's almost like an artist manager, A&R for the label, partial owner of the label, an artist myself. So it's a lot of hats to carry at once, and a lot of artists in my position, they kind of stress themselves out, or they give up on it. It's not in me. It's something that I love, and it's something that I'm passionate about. So being able to do this gives me all the outreach I need, and all the flexibility and the knowledge I need to learn to be able to take this further in life.
Yeah, definitely.
Just being out here and being able to commentate this is stuff that sets me apart.
Yeah.
I'm out here with the community, watching these young guys go at it, and they're tough, they're fierce. You know what I'm saying? They're fighting. They have that fight in them.
And Ali's he's still showing that jab.
Yeah.
He's yet to show
he
that.
hasn't thrown the lead right yet.
Yeah.
See his hands down? Now he's bringing his hands back up now. He's doing a little bit better job. See his hands up?
Yep, yeah. Oh, that was a good jab. Connected on.
Yeah, he's... Nash is throwing some nice combinations.
Nash is moving around the ring.
Oh, that's a nice
well.
body shot. Oh, that was double.
Yeah.
He might have him hurt.
It seems like Nash is backing up to make a move and then close it right back.
Takes a half step back and then pops it. He's nailing with that left hook.
This is turning into a really good
He hits hard.
Actually really
Nash hits hard.
Yeah, he does.
Get your hand up.
Ali's going to expose that drop left.
That left is dropping again. On Nash.
Yeah, he's dropping it again, and Ali is not taking advantage of it.
We're going to need his corner to really let him know. Expose that. And once he exposed that, this fight will probably take a different turn.
Yeah, Nash has got this fight under control.
So, Freak, being able to be in the community, being able to, obviously have the record label, and you being able to help artists find some jobs. What's going on? You said tomorrow night. You've got that going on.
Yes, we do. So tomorrow night, moving from Louisiana to here, we realized Colorado Springs doesn't really have a summer event. There's really nothing dedicated to a summer time theme or anything. So we figured out we'll do something new. First show here, we're gonna bring up the Colorado Summer Jam Beach Party Edition, first ever done by Tahiti Kingdom Records. We're gonna come out, we're gonna have a party. We don't care what your age is. If you perform, hit the link. You can sign up. You can catch it on the KPPF site right now. The ad, the link, and everything. Sign up, come perform. The VP is gonna be out there.
Is this rapping?
It's about everything. We're into everything. We don't care about just rapping.
Okay, so
we like everything country, rock, EDM. If you're an artist and you love it, you're passionate, come out and show us what you got.
Cool.
VP's going to be there looking for
that.
stuff.
So that fits down needs that kind of stuff.
Starting that third round.
Starting to see Nash is keeping that left hand a little higher now.
Yep.
We're just going to have to wait and see. We're just going to have to see it later on in the round, because that's when the hand starts dropping. Later on in the round.
Right.
It starts to get a little comfortable.
Right.
Like now.
There he goes. But he's putting so much pressure on him.
Yeah.
That he's not having any.
That's one thing I'll give him. He is keeping that pressure the entire fight. He's not letting them get any sense of gathering.
No, he's been on it.
Ali's
Hands
still
up,
trying to
see
use that
see
distance.
that? When he gets his hands up like that. And then see this stuff, he doesn't need to do it.
He's trying to bait him, I guess, right?
Right. You know, that can get you in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
He got
There
popped
it is.
there.
There
He
it
got
is.
popped good with that right hand. Finally, he threw that right hand and popped him.
It's like he's finally
Throw a
starting
right
to see
hand
in
right
the
now.
fight
He ought
that
to be
right
throwing
hand is
that
going to
right
be
hand.
It's almost like the way Nash has been fighting and bringing the pressure. Ali's height advantage has just completely been stripped away.
Negated, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Back down. He's got that lead right. He's talking. There it is. Good.
Oh, big right hand. Big right hand.
Yeah. You heard him? Oh.
Ali keeps coming at him. He needs to throw some, but he needs to throw punches.
Yeah.
He's not throwing any punches. He keeps walking into it.
Nash is feeling it.
Yeah, Nash knows he's got it under control, so he's kind of playing around a little bit. Tell you what, Ali just missed a nice, tight left hook there right over the head. He missed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause.
Big fight. Great fight.
Doing great. How you doing?
I'm great.
Introduce yourself one more time.
My name is Mars Amaro.
Mars Amaro?
No, Mars Morrow.
Mars Morrow.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Mars Morrow. Yeah.
Perfect. Great to have you on. Great to have you on.
Great to be here. It's beautiful weather. Well, let's dress a little bit.
Are you an entertainer?
Yes, sir. I entertain. I smile. When I smile, they smile. So.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yes,
Yeah, I smile, you smile.
Yeah, I smile, you smile. You smile, I smile. We both have it.
Cool.
What have you thought about the match?
Quick announcement, everybody in here.
You know, I never seen, especially the young guys getting up in the ring and, going for a challenge. That is amazing to see.
Thank you.
Especially the strategy that they know with it for being that young.
Yeah.
Man, I would say that's genius.
So Al, you got to let me know, Al, what do you got? Because you have yet to miss on any of these decisions.
Got
Nash?
Yeah, Nash, yeah.
Yeah, Nash did throw a couple of punches. He did. He was a monster.
He had control. Well, I felt like Ali came out.
Let's give these young men a big round of applause.
Ali definitely came out.
I feel like he came out.
We come to the end of our evening. Our winner by unanimous decision
Working good.
is out of the black corner, Joe Nash.
He's got a whole squad with him. And you know what I like the best? How they just shake it up and it'll be all good when they finish the match.
You know, and we were just talking about that.
That's all love right there.
So Mars, again, you ever did any combat fighting or any sports?
Well, I play basketball.
Yes. So I mean, just being able to have a sport, having an outlet has always been something that's can help the guys who are who may not be in the best of situations. Just for kids, period. To have that outlet is super important and teach them some of these values. I know you just said about guys, being able to, shake hands and show good sportsmanship after.
Correct.
Yeah.
If I could give any encouragement to the young and I will give an encouragement to say that keep on pushing, keep on trying. Endurance is everything. You got to set your mind. Once you set your mind to do something, you got to go and do it. You got to give it your all. You got to give it with your heart. I don't know how political everybody is, but even the Bible says you got to, whatever you find your hat, do it with all your mind, with all your heart.
Your hat.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah. I kind of have it. Look, I've been holding it down since I got up inside Colorado. So it's been
got the praying hands out there.
And I got it from here, so I get to go back out there in Louisiana and say, hey, look where I got it from. The Springs.
But that's really important to be able to have the guys there. So,
all right.
We've got Nash here.
All right, we're going to bring in our winner, and congratulations. Have a seat, please. Make yourself comfortable. This gentleman have a couple questions for you. Okay, thank you.
How you feel?
Great. I had a decent performance today.
You look good out there.
Thank you.
No, I thought you had to put the pressure on the whole fight. I thought I made the comment a couple times. Sometimes you drop that right hand, and I'm saying, if I'm his coach, I'm telling him to throw that lead right hand. He never did that. I think in the last round he caught you with one lead right hand.
Yes, sir.
But when your hands are up high, which is a pet peeve of mine, that coaching for 36 years, but you beautiful fight.
Thank you. I
Really
appreciate
nice.
it.
You really look pretty out there.
Yeah, Nash, man.
Control.
Your footwork, your technique, it was awesome. I mean, it was awesome watching you fight. The fact that Ali had a height advantage on you, he had a height advantage on you,
Yes, sir.
and you made it non-existent. You negated it right off the bat with the amount of pressure that you were bringing to him. He couldn't get into his jab and keep you back. I thought that was amazing. What was your mindset when it came to fighting Ali?
Really, my mindset was to get in the inside, but I knew I was going to fight him a minute ago, and me and my team worked on the game plan of cutting him off since he's tall and he has the advantage in the height. So the plan was to take his jab away from him.
Yeah. Right. Move away from that jab.
Yes, sir. Go to his right.
That's right. You move away from the jab and then counter and throw your punch. You did a nice job there.
You took advantage of that. I mean, it was big time. That was big time.
I could have did much better, but no excuses. Just back to the gym and time to work harder.
And that's one thing I love it. Your humbleness of the job's never done. That's going to take you so far in life, man. Trust me, it's going to take you so far in life when you can say, hey, you know what? I know I did a great job, but I'm humble enough to know that there's so many things that I can work on. And then, one day I think we will be seeing you fight at that level just because you have that mindset.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Great job.
Thank you.
Definitely. Right. Nash, thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations, of course.
Right.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
All right, Paul, thank you for helping, and Al, appreciate both of your expertise. It was great.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here tonight.
Happy to report that Mother Nature held off just to the very end. Now the rain is coming down, but we were able to get everything in. So it's good.
Yep.
Timing is everything. We'll be back tomorrow at noon.
Yeah.
So we've got more boxing.
Right.
It'll
I'm heading to Michigan tomorrow.
Well, we'll miss you, but we think safe
Yeah, it was
travels.
a pleasure working with you. You did a nice job tonight, too.
Thank you. You did too, and it was good to meet you in person. I've heard about you for years.
Cool. We'll do it again.
And Paul, it's a
We'll
pleasure
do it
to meet
again.
you.
Oh man, I love coming out here and talking with you guys whenever I get a chance. So this was a lot of fun, especially getting some boxing here in Colorado Springs. The city needs this. The city needs to always continue to have these type of events to bring us all out and enjoy it. So
Now, I haven't had a chance because of some commitments, but have you been back to Fort Collins since the new stadium opened?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not.
So what a change. Getting on campus. That's got to be exciting for the students.
Definitely. I believe those guys, I think it's always something, no matter what college you go to, you get the guys who, they graduate, and then the guys behind, they get some really nice things, and you get a little jealous. But, I think that's something that's like I said, that, you paid your dues so that the next guys can have a little bit better. So.
Exactly. Pay it forward, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Nice to see you, Paul. Al, thank you. Safe travels. Maybe we'll see you again one day. You are listening to the Untitled Museum in downtown Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. We're coming to you from the Olympic Paralympic Museum. It's been our pleasure. Thanks to our sponsors. We'll see you tomorrow. We go in there at 12 o'clock. This is KPPF, the power of community.
1040 KPPF AM Monument, Colorado Springs. K253AH, 98.5 FM, Colorado Springs. K239CH, 95.7 FM, Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs is Olympic City, USA.